Alright, I'm not going to work on the big brown truck today. I'm going to work on the big gray truck. But I got to clean up some stuff here. Move things around a little bit and pull it in. And I got a new exhaust for it. Right here. I'm going to put that on because right now I cut the muffler off and it ends right behind the cab or so. And it's highly aggravating driving it around. It just drone inside the cab. So I got to fix that for my peace of mind, you know. We got two lazy dogs there. Harley and Ani. And the Dodge is ready to go up on the lift. Alright, the Dodge is up. Don't look like them dogs are planning on doing anything useful. So let's go underneath and have a gander, shall we? There. Well, it still has a resonator or something on it, don't it? But anyway, it stops right there behind the cab. And it's pretty annoying. So all I need to do, I guess, is take this one off. Looks a tad wet there. And I put a new, ouch, rear main seal on this thing. And a front seal in the transmission, I think. But it's not dripping, so I'm not gonna be too concerned. I guess. There. I got all the old stuff off. Had to break out the hot wrench to get the bolts out of the turbo. But it wasn't too bad. Now time to assemble. I have installed the tailplate. This is a pretty nice little kit. It fits the original hangers. How about it? I had one old guy on my work truck. I got a pretty big tip on it. One guy stopped me and says, "Will that make it run better?" He's kind of making fun of me, I think. I told him no, but it made it look cooler. Did you finish your bag of chips?
I'm not eating the whole bag.
It looks like it.
It was mostly gone when I got the bag.
Looks like you've been sitting there eating them a long time.
I gave probably most of them to you over the last few days.
Anyways, I got the exhaust all in. It's ready to fire up. That wasn't too bad of a job. The hardest part was getting over the fear of doing it.
There was fear?
No.
I didn't think so.
It's straight piped all the way back. I wonder what it'll sound like. We're getting ready to find out in a minute as soon as I clean up all my tools. Alright, I think it's done. So, let's crank it up and make sure we ain't got no leaks. Open that door, will you? Not that door, the garage door.
I know that.
Wait to start. You know, somebody commented LED lights will mess with the radio. I know in this truck, if you got the headlights on, the radio doesn't come in as good. It already sounds quieter in the truck. That's what I love about this Cummins. You just let the clutch out and she goes. Something's rattling though. What?
We got parts underneath on the ground.
I forgot to tighten the clamp. I can't believe I did that. But that was the easy fix. This thing's loud. Rev it up one time. Wearing mittens. Now it's time for the tuner and the fast fuel system and the gauges. But I ain't got the gauges yet. They haven't come in yet. I would have put them on today. Anyway, let's go to Home Depot. Alright, now it's Monday and I pulled the big Dodge back in after its successful test with the new 4-inch exhaust. The drone inside is gone. But I ordered some gauges. And they came in today. So, they're the fancy Isspro gauges. Looks like it's going to take a rocket scientist to install them. I'm going to try to impersonate that guy. I was just thinking, I've had a lot of vehicles in this shop over the years. You know what the first one was? I just remembered. It was a 85 Lincoln Mark 5 or whatever they are with a 302. I pulled them, somebody gave it to me and I pulled the engine out and sold it for $800, I think. I don't know, I can't remember. And saved the disc brake rear end out of it, which I sold to the preacher for just a few dollars. And I think he sold it to somebody else. Anyway, that was that. That was the first vehicle in the shop. The second was my Firebird, I think. Alright, I got the thermocoupler for the EGT gauge in. Y'all can debate amongst yourselves in the comments if I put it in the right place or not. That's where I put it. And I put grease on the drill bit and grease on the tap, and then I took a little magnet and pulled the shavings out. And you can debate about that in the comments too. What else did I do? I did some stuff. I put in the boost reference sensor. All you gotta do is take an intake bolt out and put a hollow one in. And then that threads into it, slick as can be. The hardest part was getting the sensor on the bottom of that fuel filter housing down there, standing on my head. Look there, I got a little blood on things. But I got her done. So now, I just gotta figure out where I'm gonna fish all the wires in. One thing I don't like is the wires are coated the same colors for the fuel pressure and the EGT, no, not the EGTs, the boost. So I'm going to have to pay attention which is which here. But I imagine I can do that. Tell you what, that heater in there gets hot. I laid a wrench there, picked it up, and bleaked to burnt my hand. And I was just cycling the key just enough to make the fuel pump work for its second or two bursts so I could bleed the air out of the line. I didn't know it got that hot. I had that old Ford tractor briefly, which I sold to my cousin. And that's the only way you could get that thing started, is stick a torch in the intake. Heat the manifold up. You had to really work at it to get that thing to run. I'm beginning to think I'm going to have to buy a new one of these, because you're supposed to be able to just tug it out, but it really doesn't seem to be working. The dash in this thing is in remarkably good shape, but this piece, not so much. Well, you knew it was coming. That's some carnage. I should have put some goggles on. That's what's left of it. I hope that's what I needed to do.